What's up guys, Winter Kills here and welcome back to another post-commentary duel video. So this is a match from testing, a friend of mine, and is actually getting ready to go to an ARG event in Columbus or Pittsburgh. I believe it's in Pittsburgh, actually, a ARG event, and he was testing around with his water build, playing against my friend there on the right who's playing Kozmo, and I kind of just sat on the side there and watched as they played a quick match. I figured why not record it. So that is what I've got here for you today. Trying to get some quality YGO content up to you guys, because I know how much you like that. So we see a 1-for-1 discarding that Pike to get out that Neptibus Diva into infantry. We grant him an extra normal summon if he needs it. And we'll see a Megalo coming down. Discarding, I believe it was Dragoons and Neptibus. Neptibus summoned the Dragoons and searching a Moulin Glacia off of the Dragoons. Now we see a perfect example of a Moulin setup. Basically, you're going to be finishing off your Moulin requirements through Synchro Summon, most likely Tatsunoko. And then we can see the Trish here follow up with the Dragoons and the Infantry, not even needing to use a card in hand. Now he's going to need to be careful here on what he's going to banish out of his graveyard, obviously because he gets rid of the shuttle. It is a target for another Kozmo Town to add back, or he can get rid of the Kozmo Town completely. But looks like it's going to be just better off to banish the ship instead, because Delta Shuttle isn't that great of a card, and I think my friend was playing that as more of a tech choice. Just to see how it is, and I think he only plays only one copy of Delta Shuttle, and I think he was actually kind of enjoying the card. But here, as you can see, of course, he does have the Straw Man to combo with that Delta Shuttle, which was banished from Trish. Not too much you can do there about that. If he has it, he has it. He will use Delta Shuttle's effect to summon out a Tin Can. End phase, he is going to reveal a Dark Destroyer, Dark Eclipser, and a Slip Rider off the Tin Can. He can roll forward here. He's going to get the, looks like Dark Eclipser put to his hand. Thankfully, all the Dark Destroyer and the Slip Rider will be sent to the graveyard. Hopefully he does not have a Call the Haunted set. That's one nice thing about Tin Can, is they don't have the Call the Haunted to follow it up. You're pretty much, going down the proper path of getting rid of those Dark Destroyers, putting them in the graveyard where they need to be, and not on the field getting destroyed. We'll see the Tin Can, while being declared for an attack, going to chain out to summon the Eclipser, and he will Cosmojo, still in battle phase, Cosmojo the Megalo. The obvious choice there to get rid of the Mizuchi as well, adding the Dark Destroyer to his hand through the effect of Dark Eclipser, and Strawman will chain its effect to summon out the Dark Destroyer, destroy the Moulin, and run over the Trish, clearing his field. And now my friend there playing Atlanteans has now lost his next battle phase due to that Moulin effect. So that is going to greatly hinder him. We're going to see an Allure come down, getting some draw power, banishing the Delta Shuttle. We'll see the Wicked Witch. Wicked Witch will tap out for a Forerunner and deal enough damage for game. And we'll go to game 2 here. Looks like Atlanteans are going to be going second, as they should be. Kozmo is going to go first, setting up with the Tin Can and 3-set back row. Could be anything from Call the Haunted, E-Telly, or Cosmojo. Call the Haunted and Cosmojo being probably the most feared. Again, he's going to get the same setup. Slip Rider and Dark Destroyer in graveyard. We'll just have to see what exactly he has set to combo off with those graveyard setups from Tin Can. Again, we'll see that Dark Eclipser put to his hand. The one of Upstart getting played. Hopefully he has what he needs to make a decent play to eat through that back row. Of course, a Twin Twister at this moment would be pretty clutch. Twin Twister would be absolutely amazing right now to clear up some of the back row, as well as Marksman. Marksman would be a great card at the moment to shut down some of that back row as well. And we do see the Twin Twister. He does have the Twin Twister, as well as a Gamma Seal. So that's nice. Get rid of the Gamma Seal, so in case he does have a Cosmojo, he can't chain it in any way, or also, it is nice to do that first, because now he does not have the opportunity to tag out for a big ship maybe a Dart Destroyer he already has in his hand and disrupt his plays further. So definitely a good call there, dropping the Gamma Seal down on the Tin Can. May not seem like that great of a threat, 0 attack and 0 defense, but problems it can cause are very severe. Especially when they're grabbing big, 3,000 attack monsters that can't be targeted and disrupt your plays like motherfucker. So Twin Twister's going to come down, discarding a infantry, popping a Cosmojo and a E-Telly. E-Telly will get chained, summoning out a Tin Can, of course. Maybe it'll survive, who knows. And also it is there now to be able to be tagged out in case he has another ship in his hand. But we'll see the Scolding on the Megalo. Megalo being the last thing in the chain as Chainlink 3. Scolding being Chainlink 4, negating the summon. Still getting to search off the Dragoons. No longer does Marksman have a target to destroy. So he's going to go in and search a Sea Serpent. And actually, that's actually a pretty unique Moulin setup right there. Not intentional, he could have gone and grabbed Moulin. Well, he actually already has Moulin. Never mind. That's a pretty perfect Moulin setup right there. Not even intentional, I don't think. It just happened. The Scolding, I think, was just enough to put the extra water in graveyard, get a free 2800 beat stick on field, and knock the Twin Twister out of his hand. Nothing wrong there. We'll see Diva come down. Going to go grab possibly a... Could have grabbed a infantry to make a rank 4, or not rank 4, a level 4 synchro. We'll see Neptibus, though, sending Marksman, adding infantry to hand. We also see Teus in hand. That could come down as well. Maybe end up sinking for Leo, because he does play Leo in the extra deck, and I do too now as well as Dracosac. I made a lot of changes to my extra deck in my Atlantean build. I'm also playing Meteor Burst, strictly for this matchup as well. I think it's a great card. I did cut Crimson Blader from the extra deck. I'd rather be siding that at the moment. But back to the game. Does have, like I said, Teus and infantry in hand. Obviously the infantry won't do too much to the Dark Eclipser, but he'll get a free search out of it, and now he can set up for a level 10 synchro, which will be Leo. Leo will be enough to beat over the Eclipser for 100 points of damage, and will be adding to his hand a level 8 or lower Kozmo monster to his hand. No floaters here on the Eclipser. That's the one nice thing about Eclipser, is that when you get rid of it, you can breathe a little bit because it's not going to be floating anything. But it can still net them some pretty decent advantage if you can't follow up and kill them immediately, which he obviously couldn't do. Only swinging for a total of 2,900 damage. We'll see Sword Troopers come down, reviving the Tin Can. Has another Delta Shuttle in hand, and I believe a 1-for-1. Debating on whether or not he's going to use Sword Trooper to tag out. He will go for the Delta Shuttle. Delta Shuttle will activate his effect to send a Kozmo from deck to grave, it looks like, and get rid of the Moulin. And then the Delta Shuttle will tag out, summoning a Wicked Witch, and Tin Can end phase effect will activate, revealing a Destroyer, a Forerunner, and a Cosmojo, and the Destroyer will get added to his hand. So it really doesn't matter too much that he has the Eclipse or the Destroyer, because Leo, obviously his biggest monster, is not going to be affected by that pop effect. Doesn't need to go into his battle phase, because if he does, he can just main phase 2 tag out, especially having that Wicked Witch there that definitely isn't going to die by a battle or card effect. He's basically guaranteeing himself getting rid of that Leo, and as we saw, entering main phase 2 resulted in the death of that Leo. Turge adding back the Diva, so coming in super clutch there. That's how much I love Turge. It's just a great card to be able to grab back a lot of your smaller guys from grave, which happen to be some of the best cards you have in your arsenal as an Atlantean player. I think it's a great card. I know some people don't play Turge. I think he's good. I would rather play Turge over Pike any day of the week. We'll see Book of Eclipse. I believe that was a sided card, or maybe he mains that. I'm not too sure. I actually don't think they ended up siding. This was just a just testing, straight up testing game ones. And yeah, Book of Eclipse main decked, definitely good in the Kozmo matchup. He'll book down the dog fighter and go into a dweller using a herald as one of the materials to be able to stop Kozmo from being able to float as they do. Draws into an Aqua Spirit and passes. This is where the game gets a little weird. So just bear with me. It's a lot of passing back and forth here. He just keeps building tokens. Not spawning anymore, though. It is an optional effect. He does not have to summon the token if he does not want to. Now I believe the Atlantean player at this moment has 2 Aqua Spirits in his hand. Very interesting. Very interesting. We're going to allow him to set up for a rank 4 play, though. We'll banish Gamma Seal and I believe Mooling Glacia for the summon of both of those. Aqua Spirit's not doing too much on their own, obviously, but definitely a lot nicer to be able to make a lot more rank 4 plays. Aqua Spirit is another card I wanted to sort of talk about and just a little more depth, I guess, as far as it being a card choice in Atlanteans. I personally don't play it myself. I played it before back before Neptibus was a thing, and I've experimented with it, and it's an okay card, but I think it's a lot better now, especially since your rank 4 arsenal is so much more important, especially for a card like Dweller in this matchup. I think Aqua Spirit is just a great card, and I would like to try and make room for it in the main deck. Not sure what I'm going to be cutting for it, though. That's another question. We'll just have to see what I end up getting rid of for Aqua Spirit, however many I play. I think he's playing 2 in this build and has exhausted both of them at the moment, as you can see. No Delta ship, Dogfighter, not Delta shuttle. What am I saying? That's Dogfighter. No Dogfighter effect, obviously, under Dweller. But yeah, being able to make more rank 4 plays is definitely really, really good. Reasoning, the 1 of Reasoning is going to get negated by the Mizuchi. The first spell effect that is being activated on his side of the field will get negated due to Mizuchi. Setting 2 back row and passing. Going to be tagging out for the Slip Rider. Slip Rider popping Kozmo Town, searching Cosmojo. Another amazing thing about Slip Rider is its utility just to go grab anything you need it to, especially if you obviously got the Kozmo Town to combo off with it. I've seen, actually just today while testing again with these 2 guys at my card shop, as an interesting play where you go Dark Destroyer, pop another ship on your side of the field, and summon out another Kozmo monster and just trigger the summons that way. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't think that Dark Destroyer popped monsters on both sides of the field, but it does apparently, and it has really good utility when it comes to that. To be able to create more OTK powers, and we'll see he drew Gamma Seal there. Definitely not a top deck that he needed. However, nice for the matchup, but definitely not good as a 1 of top deck. So yeah, that's it for that match. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please do me a favor and leave a like. It would be greatly appreciated. And if you're new here and you like what you see, do yourself a favor and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. We're almost at 1,700 subscribers right now, and I cannot thank you guys enough for the continued support, really. I do appreciate it a whole lot. It means a lot that you guys have stuck with me for this long and still enjoy the content, really, because I love making it for you guys. So, and again, thank you so much for watching. Winterkill signing out. We'll see you in the next one.